Okay, now I'm going to actually go over how to use Adobe Firefly for what we want in this class, right? So what I want to do is start generating video or start generating an image here anyway, using what we were talking about in class, which if I would just go ahead and do this and pull this open, we would have, there we go, prompt writing. All right, this is where we're going to want subject, medium, style, composition, color, and lighting. And for the sake of this tutorial, I am going to use this prompt right here. Create an oil painting of a realistic old female magician, placed off center in a seated position in a natural look, muted colors with soft ambient light. So I have that right now. And just for the sake of what we're doing here, if we look at the assignment here, right, this is what we're doing, where we're starting off with something. Here's Adobe Firefly. It's a web model, right? I'm on a web browser right now. So you can do this at home quite easily. You do not need specialized equipment because it's going into the cloud and it's using a server farm to create this stuff. It's not doing it locally on your computer, right? So yeah, so we are going to create a prompt, and then we are going to continue to make adjustments to it. We're going to look for if there's any hallucinations, right? And we're going to regenerate the prompt many times for at least 5 iterations. If you have that free version of Adobe, right, that's going to be 5 of your 10, right? And then finally, on the last iteration, or at least one of the iterations, right? And by the way, we're saving those images as we're going along, which I'll show you what to do, right? And then finally, on one of those images, which will probably be the last, you're going to want to insert something, remove something, and expand as well. Okay? Now, you want to make sure that you keep your prompts that you're doing, because guess what? You are doing a Word document and turning it in, which what each prompt was, right? And then we're going to have some other questions like how difficult was it, you know, to get the design you liked, why, what other issues did you encounter, right? Which file did you edit for creation number 9? How well did it work? What did you insert? What did you remove? Stuff like that, right? And from a designer's point of view, which we're all designers now, right? Do you see usefulness for this tool? Why or why not? Okay, so we're doing that as well. So here we go. We're doing with images. Of course, right here, we can do image or video at this point, right? As I said, I'm choosing the Adobe 4 model. The 5 has been wonky for me, but you can really do whatever you want. In fact, you can even use a different model if you'd like. So I hit this, right? This is going 4:3, so you can see. So I can do 16:9 if I want to, but I'm going to do 4:3. I can do a square 1:1. I can do whatever aspect ratio I want, you know? And then there's other themes, and I can hit more. And actually, if I hit more, right, this actually comes up with all kinds of stuff where you can actually do things like the composition here. You could do the style, right? You could add effects, color and tone, lighting, camera angles. There's all these kind of presets you can do, as well as visual intensity. You can, is it art? Is it photo? Right? Aspect ratio. There's all kinds of stuff you want. But just for the sake of this, I am using this as well. By the way, you can also upload a reference image if you'd like. So anyway, I'm going to generate that. As you can see, it's using 1 credit. And it's going to come up with 4 different images. And it takes a second to do this, right? And here we go. This is what's considered old female magicians, right? Now, which one of these do I like? So let's say I'm choosing, I don't know, this one. I like this one, right? Because I like the lighting. I don't know, right? If I want to save it, I simply go to download right here. And it's going to go into my downloads here, right? And this is what I would take, and I would change that to this first one here, which is going to be, I'm going to name it First Last Chip Gubera 1. That's what I'm going to do, right? Because this is the first one that we're doing. It's the first prompt, and I'm going to save this prompt in a Word document. Okay, so that is how we do that.